Greenwood stocks, once again, market recap and hot stocks to watch. So real quick, the day was all about DWAC, but had a couple of plays that followed through, a couple of plays that ran. So wanted to look at those and kind of break down and see what exactly they did. Looking at ORPH, again, it's a biotech from Denmark, and they have some unique capabilities as far as treating different, I believe, nervous illnesses and things like that. Basically, we got a CRL, complete response letter from the FDA, and that prompted lots of different steps. They have another meeting, a follow-up meeting. They got patents, they got EU approval pending, but again, we're just looking at the potential. This stock has went from $4 to $77 with absolutely no news. So again, it's always a stock that's on our watch list. So we definitely jump back in. We saw a little spike today, and they ended up running this stock all the way to 4:30 before it sold off. So again, we're looking at news. This is a fundamental play, and we're just trying to get in when it's close to the 52-week low, which is about 378. The 52-week high is $77. So the lower you can get in that range, the better. So again, looking at JRJC, it got halted before the day really even got started right off the bat. So again, a stock with some follow through. You see green candle, green candle, green candle, pull back. So not expecting much, and it died after hours. So again, this stock was not something that carried through. CNTX was, I guess, an IPO. So again, we ran with CNTX. So looks like SPACs, look like IPOs are really giving people a run for their money. So you have to move with the market. Whatever is hot, whatever the hot sector is, IPOs were at the beginning of the year. Now they're heating back up. And so again, biotech is still staying relevant. Energy is still staying relevant, but mainly the SPACs and the biotechs are what everybody is focused on. ADRs, Chinese ADRs, JFIN was a mover yesterday, but couldn't quite break out. So again, this is all based on Bitcoin, Chinese finance, NFTs, plays like that are becoming prominent. So again, we were looking at CAN. CAN finally broke out yesterday, and the day pretty much didn't do anything. It dipped, shook a lot of people out, shook me out, and kind of recovered. So again, these are plays where you can get in, but make sure that you're drawing the line in the sand somewhere, putting a stop in, because if not, you can end up losing a lot more than you bargained for. So like I said, the main stock today, DWAC, Digital War Acquisition Corp. So all about this. Former President Trump, it's called the social media SPAC, the Trump SPAC, whatever you want to call it, MAGA. All of those different things are coming into effect when it comes to this particular blank check company. Now, again, we've seen SPACs that sold off, SPACs that don't work. As a matter of fact, except for a small period of time, SPACs have just been getting crushed. So right now, like I said, we're looking at something that could excite the market, something that's a surprise, has some novelty. Again, what's obvious normally doesn't do what we think it's going to do. But the surprise stocks are the stocks that have unexpected news, that run and then just get volume out of nowhere. As you see, there was no volume. Somebody loaded, obviously, 200,000 shares. So I always think insider trading is going on at some point, 250,000 shares, and then boom. So let's see if we can go back at all. See when this thing, you can't even see when it really started trading, but somebody's obviously buying because it's 300, it's $10, hovering around $10, and somebody's loading up. So anyway, we got a pop. they declared that this is going to be a social media with Trump's name on it, and we see a historic move. So again, if you're just looking at the trade technically, all you have to do is just look at when it breaks a pre-market high, and a lot of times that indicates. But again, the volume, zero volume to lots of volume is always going to produce big results. Again, the first volume bar was 13 million shares. Now I didn't think it was going to break 40 and hold 40, but it done a lot more than that, because again, in a market where it's been choppy, small caps have sold off, people are looking for something to buy. And so a lot of times when everything else is down or everything else is choppy, they're looking for one stock to just kind of run it up. So we got a breakout. I drew these trend lines during the day. It broke, it held support really, really well. And for me personally, that's what I'm trading based on. Is this stock holding support? And all the big runners normally hold some level of support or amount. So again, held support. It was trending between 50 and 40, 50, 40, 50. And then it just never looked back when it comes after hours. So it's pretty much it. We don't know what it's going to do tomorrow. There is a possibility that this could run to 100 and beyond. I wouldn't put it past it. I'm not suggesting to buy that, thinking it will go to 100. There will be a lot of bag holders because somebody is going to be buying at 70 and 80 or wherever it goes. And so you just have to be smart, take profits. And if you are going to hold, be sure you scale out and only leave a smaller position, or just add a really tight stop. So that's all we got. You got anything else to add to that?
Yeah, all I would say is in the current market climate, I would say definitely you want to be buying on support and do not have any reserves with selling in the strength. You might not have to close out your whole position, but you definitely want to be a seller as it's going up and not when it's going down. I know sometimes we can get in the mindset of, you're up 30, 40%, you want to see if you can go up 100, but believe me, you can't go broke taking profits. I mean, that's an old saying I've been hearing ever since I've been trading, and it's in the current market climate is even more true right now. So definitely lock in your profits, or at least a portion of them as it's going up.
Yeah, take profits on the way up, as someone else used to say. That's pretty much it. That's all we got. Look forward to DWAC. It's going to be a Friday, so they may put a damper on things, but looking at some stocks that have some big potential. Again, really looking at ORPH, partnerships, mergers, acquisitions, European approval. The minutes are due on the FDA meeting, and so they can address some things that the FDA was concerned about, and hopefully, alleviate whatever they were getting docked on, or the concerns that were voiced and brought up. So that's pretty much it. Like, share, subscribe, greenwoodstocktrading@gmail.com, and we'll see you in the market. God bless.